Hi everyone, is a bird in the hand worth two birds in the bush? What if I told you that's actually worth 2.5? Bernardo here, and this week I'll be exploring loss aversion. We more strongly prefer avoid losing something that we have than gaining something that we don't. So for instance, if you had a satisfaction meter, when losing $10, you would lose many more points than you would gain by winning $10. To be more precise, on a 2.5 to 1 ratio. In one study, researchers gave out participants a few menu items like coffee mugs, game tickets, chocolate bars, and this kind of stuff, and they had to evaluate the monetary value that thing had. Whenever they started with the object, they would have a much higher perceived value to that object than in comparison with someone who didn't have it. So for instance, if I started with the mug, I would say that that mug would cost probably on average, let's say $7. Whereas someone who didn't start with the mug, just by checking that object without having it, would probably give an average of roughly $2. Moreover, a couple of years ago, Tatiana Homonov, she tested the principle of loss aversion regarding the ban of plastic bags in the UK. She was checking two different markets or supermarkets that had a plastic ban in place. One would apply a penalty of 5 cents if someone had to buy a plastic bag, and the other one would give a bonus of 5 cents. So in one side, penalty, loss, on the other one, a gain. What she realized is the supermarket that was using the penalty had a 42% decrease in plastic bags usage, whereas the other one had no decrease whatsoever. So this small experiment quickly validated the assumption that loss aversion plays a big role in consumer behavior. Most people rather accept a small but guaranteed reward than to play with chance. When dealing with gains, most people are risk averse. They'll probably choose the path that has less risk. As analyzed by Amos Tversky and Dan Kahneman roughly 30 years ago, we naturally, instinctively avoid risks. That's why people hold on to property that is being devaluated. That's why people are so bad in investing, and this explains so much of our behavior out there. Whenever we reframe the word in a way that we emphasize the losses, people will most likely avoid risk-taking. One of my favorite ways that loss aversion was used as a commitment device out there was by the company called Stick, and you can create commitment contracts in which you will lose money if you don't stick to that commitment. So, and this is something you can try at your place by yourself. Just get a jar, like a glass jar, and put 5 $10 bills right there. And let's say if you want to do something for 5 days a week, so that can be 5 days of yoga, 5 days of no sugar, 5 days going to the gym or exercising, just drop $10, 5 $10 bill right there. And every day that you achieve that goal, so let's say you want to exercise 5 days, on Monday you exercise, you take off $10 from there. Tuesday exercise, $10 again. But whenever you don't exercise at the end of the week, Friday night or Sunday night, whatever money you have in there, it goes for charity. So this will probably spark that intrinsic feeling that you have right there to do whatever you're looking for it to do. So maybe try this at home, let me know how it goes. That's my take for this week. I hope I gave you a brief explanation of what loss aversion is. Let me know if there's any project that you're working right now that you could use such concept to improve whatever you're trying to do. Just drop me a comment here or send me a message. As always, feel free to connect, and see you next week.